We're going to tie something called the penny frog. At least that's what I'm calling it for now. Haven't come up with a better name. We have a light wire long shank hook, a 4mm piece of foam shaped to a penny. Got some rubber legs, and then a strip of 2mm foam, which we'll spiral wrap, and then some hackle we'll use on the butt of the fly. Start by tying in our hackle. We tied it down toward where the hook bends. We're just gonna wrap that hackle simply for the purpose of having some natural material on a very unnatural fly. I melted down the foam and made an indentation with the penny. We're gonna glue the penny onto this piece, and then we'll make a slit on the back of it and glue it to the shank of the hook. Cover the hook shank with thread so the foam has something to bind to. You want to leave enough space toward the eye of the hook. You need some room to work. And then the tops and bottoms of the foam, that's where you're gonna have the biggest score. And so you'll cut that in more and try to squeeze those ends together. Tie in your strip of 2mm foam. Apply the glue to the inside of the foam strip. The first wrap is going to be important. We want it horizontal. We don't want it at an angle. So we want to start wrapping uniform. We want a minimum amount of overlap on the wraps. After the second wrap, it's time for the legs. I pre-knotted the legs. Set the legs on the foam first, then wrap them in. Go ahead and trim off the extra leg material. Continue wrapping the body over the penny. As you get to the head of the fly, make sure you wrap slowly and deliberately, and that all the angles are being pushed down, so the foam is sitting flush. At this point, you can trim off the excess 2mm foam strip. You can see there's a little gap on the second to last wrap, and then there's some extra foam peeking out. Run a lighter to smooth out the edges, and then after the foam melts down, it'll fill out that gap. Running the lighter over the foam is very much like toasting a marshmallow. It's easy to overdo it. I like to, once the foam is hot, I like to roll over it with something textured. I use the cap of the super glue bottle. Don't use your finger, you will burn your finger. Prepare a small disc of foam. This will be your end cap. We'll apply glue and then press it in place. You can add some eyes just for aesthetics. If you wanted to secure the eyes, you'd have to clear coat or lacquer the entire body of the frog to make sure they don't fall off. Someone asked me why I don't use pre-cut forms for my foam patterns, and I like to manipulate the foam just like CDC, deer hair. Those materials are good because you can manipulate them. I don't want each fly to be exactly the same. Each one has different measurements. Each one will swim a little bit different. And when you find that perfect combo, then you can start really dialing it in. It functions like I thought it would. Is it going to land right side up every single time? I don't know. Maybe you would have to add a little bit more weight or play with the amount of foam. But I think it'll be fine. I don't fish a lot of heavy cover like lilies or milfoil, but I do occasionally fish a trash mat, debris area, and I think this will go through that very nicely. So that's my hope. But this is just a concept, and I haven't actually fished it yet because it's coming on winter time, so it'll have to be a summertime experiment. But the profile is pretty darn good.